This community, we've always been raised around guns and how to respect guns. I trust any teacher in the school with a gun.
I know the students feel safer knowing that the teachers have guns here in case somebody come off the highway and acted crazy or something.
If you're coming into our school, to not know where you might get shot from.
We'd rather have guns protect us than pencils and rulers and scissors.
This is country, you know, it's a small town atmosphere. Everybody does for themselves, or a neighbor helps another do another thing.
Best thing you can do when you live in the country is be prepared to deal with things yourself. In October of 2007, we passed our concealed handgun policy. I concocted the Guardian Plan and asked our attorneys if it was legal on the state and federal level, and they answered yes.
Believe me, we've tried to figure out who has the guns. We still can't do it. It's not holstered on their hip or on their vest or whatever. It's hidden away really good.
The length of side 80.
And when they decided to go with the policy, it was, there was things happening in the world.
Virginia Tech was a wake-up call for us. We envisioned that happening at our school. We envisioned having no protection.
It's at least 20 fatalities.
Casualties mount up very quickly. And the only thing, as we know, that has stopped any of the shooters in any of these school shootings has been the first responders showing up. Wilbarger County is approximately the same size as the state of Rhode Island. That's a lot of square mileage to be covered. 30 minutes waiting for a first responder is an extremely long period of time when it comes to a school shooting.
Subtract it, what do you think?
We really didn't have any choice but to come up with some plan where we could be our first responder, much as we are at our homes. We know the layout of the school. We know who the good people are, who the bad people are. We're going to be able to assess very, very quickly what's going on. Whereas someone coming in, the sheriff coming in, they don't know the layout of the school. They don't know who's here, who's the bad guy.
The people in charge have to have enough sense to pick the ones who they know are capable of handling that type of situation.
If the gun is fired in the school, you're going to want that person that's going to go to the gunfight and not from the gunfight.
The several components that we have focused on in our training was obviously accuracy. You also have hostage type situations. Is your target in the clear, making sure that they're not going to be hitting other people in the process.
I'm sure that if somebody coming here crazy, one of them teachers pop a cap in them quick to protect these students.
If anything, it's made us feel more comfortable.
You don't even think about it. All these other school shootings that have been going around, it kind of made sense to me.
After Sandy Hook, I've been contacted by, I've lost count of the number of school leaders. How can I do this in my community? What do I need to do? The majority of people in Texas that I've gotten calls from have been rural areas. We probably in a rural area have a tendency to do what was fashionable maybe in an urban area 150 years ago, simply because that's our lifestyle still.
I've heard the argument about teachers are not policemen. At the end of the day, if we was to have an active shooter, I would rather be able to call a parent and say your child is fine, as opposed to a shooter actually killing a bunch of kids. To me, that's just something I'm not prepared to live with.